We don't have an intro to this podcast. Maybe we'll have one later.
And we're back. Yes, hello. This is the Film Crew podcast. My name is Quan,
And I'm Gasper.
and it is currently, what day is it? It's March 8th, 2022, which means
Little a little past our normal recording
yeah,
day.
but the good news is it's about 8 months till Christmas, so can't wait for that. I don't know what the point is, but yeah, that's a big thing. Um so I was talking with one of our good friends, Alex Heston, the other day, and he brought me some news that I didn't find out about until he told me about the news. There is a certain robot, animated robot, a voice actor that's coming to a certain animation on, I believe, Hulu is where they're gonna reboot it. It's John DiMaggio is coming back as Bender. So that's, and I don't know if this is confirmed, but apparently he kind of fought for all of the voice actors' pays too. So
Yeah.
now he's getting his pay, and they're all getting their pay. So that's a wonderful news. Futurama
Yeah,
reboot.
hopefully I don't know who owns Hulu. I know Fox had to do
Disney.
something with Hulu at some point, but yeah, hopefully, the studio and all the voice actors except especially Bender's voice actor,
Yeah.
hopefully they all came to a compromise and everyone's getting the right pay that they deserve because
Yeah,
it's pretty. It would have been pretty hard to see somebody else voice Bender. I think he might be the most prominent character in Futurama after
yeah.
Fry.
I think it's Hulu Plus, right? So Disney Plus, ESPN Plus. Yeah, I think Disney owns Hulu, and I think that was the big company that kind of didn't want to pay him as much,
Right.
but now they're
Yeah.
paying him as much. So that's great. So yeah, I'm to look
Well, that's
forward to
good to
that.
hear. Yeah.
Uh,
In other news, we
okay.
got a few trailers.
Yes,
We got an official trailer for Fantastic Beasts: The
with
Secrets of
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Here's the issue.
here's
I'll,
here's why it sucks. Here,
So before we get into the trailer looks cool,
yeah, it does.
but this is the third film of this film series, Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah,
I was a big fan of the first movie, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
yeah.
From my understanding, this trilogy was supposed to be about Newt Scamander and his journey of finding these creatures in the wizarding world. For
Which
some reason, in the
it's
second
not.
movie, which
It's not about that.
it's what is it? Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Ah, yes, Wizard
So
Hitler, who wants
so
to
for some
stop Hitler
reason
by being
they
Hitler.
decided to go ahead and tell the story of Dumbledore
Yeah,
and his whole complicated relationship with Grindelwald
with Wizard
and
Hitler. Let's be real here.
and
He's Wizard Hitler.
no, you're right. um so I mean, I don't know. It still seems like there's gonna be a lot of new creatures introduced in this film,
Yeah,
and I mean, I guess that's what makes it Fantastic Beast. And it still seems like the main character is Newt Scamander, but I feel like that's gonna be overshadowed by the whole Dumbledore story, and
yeah. It's
I'm not a
strange
big fan.
how they're calling it Fantastic Beasts and where to find them when they haven't actually went out to find said Fantastic Beasts.
It
Um,
seems like the that title should have been used for a film taking place years before even the first film.
yeah. it should have just
Because
been
I mean,
called New
he had
Scamander.
that briefcase of like
Yeah.
creatures. So how did he get those?
Yeah. If I'm not
We
mistaken,
don't know.
yeah. If I'm not mistaken, um, I think he released one of the Fantastic Beasts in its rightful area, and that was it. So technically speaking, it should have. I thought it was good as just a spin-off of Newt Scamander, just some kooky zoologist sending looking for animals and releasing them in their proper place. Uh and then they went to fucking half brother Dumbledore being all, oh shit, I'm gonna blow up. Oh, just kidding. And then, Wizard Hitler deciding to save the world by being Hitler and preventing Hitler from being Hitler. Uh yeah, this is a very I just wish, like, if J.K. Rowling just called it New Scamander and the Crimes of Grindelwald and New Scamander and whatever it's called, I think it would have been better, and called the first movie like New Scamander and the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Because let's be real here, there aren't any beasts anymore. It's just
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of weird that Warner Brothers is doing this film in a way that they had to replace. What do you call him?
Harry Potter? Peacock?
No,
The
no. What did
NBC's
you just
thing?
call him?
Wizard
Grindelwald?
Hitler.
Wizard Hitler. He was originally played by Johnny Depp in
Yeah.
both the first and second film of this series, and
He's
now
gone.
he was replaced by Mad, and I can never pronounce his last name, but he was Hannibal in the TV
Okay.
series.
Yeah.
But anyways, so the whole big thing about Warner Brothers and it looks like we froze. When you know of Grindelwald and what type of character or what type of personality he is, I think Johnny Depp really captured that in both
Yeah.
the first two films, and now it seems like he's a little more a serious character, which I don't think really works with that character.
Yeah. But in any case, it's Warner Brothers. Yeah, that whole situation is a different topic in on itself.
Yeah.
But they whether whoever's right and whoever's wrong, they're still gonna have to replace a character. So we'll see how Hannibal does in being Wizard Hitler. And we won't.
Don't get me wrong, he's a really good actor and he plays a
Yeah.
really good bad guy. I remember him from Casino Royale, the first James Bond movie with Daniel Craig. So, I mean, he did really good in that movie. So I could see him portraying a villain. I just don't know how he's going to portray Grindelwald when Grindelwald's a little crazy. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll
see.
see.
I mean, a movie gets released this year, so we'll just have to wait and see. But another trailer that was released this past week was a movie I've never heard of until the trailer, Bullet Train.
Bullet Train. Is it like what's that one movie? The snow train with them having
Captain
to.
America.
That's too. Oh, no, it
That's
was
Snowpiercer.
Snowpiercer. Yep.
So Snowpiercer seemed like it was a post-apocalyptic world,
Right.
and that train continuously moved around the world, and
Yeah.
each cart was like a different part of
Yes.
society.
Yeah.
So it was pretty gnarly. But anyways, no, this movie
Not even
is
close.
not anything like that. Um, it looks like the setting is on a train. It
Okay.
looks like Japan.
Okay.
It
And it's
stars
bullet
Brad
train.
Pitt,
Yeah. All right. Okay.
and he is some sort of an assassin that's given a mission to retrieve a briefcase that's on the train.
Okay. So it's Brad Pitt, pretty much playing Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The crazy thing is where the twist is that there are multiple assassins on this train that he has to deal with.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the story. The trailer uses different versions of Staying Alive by the Bee Gees as
Yeah.
its music. And I thought that was pretty cool to hear, like, just different languages. Uh and it looks very action packed. The story looks really good. And I don't have anything negative to say about it because it's probably my most anticipated film of this year now.
Nice. I have not heard about Bullet Train, so I have nothing to say. Absolutely none.
Alrighty then. Moving right along. Uh I think we've seen the Morbius trailers, but I think you've seen the more recent ones.
I saw the 15-second YouTube ad of Morbius, which isn't enough to give a good saying about it. I'm assuming it's gonna take place in. I'm assuming the main character is gonna be Morbius. Obviously, let's let's put it out there. Um, it's going to be Marvel, and honestly, that's all I really know about Morbius. Uh, he's a vampire, right?
Yeah,
I
he
think.
has. Yeah, he has like vampiric abilities,
Okay.
but yeah, he is, from my understanding, a vampire, and uh, he in the comics he does become an anti-hero at some point
Okay.
because he's based off of the trailer. Also, he's kind of trying to find a cure on like a deadly disease that he has, as well as like I guess one of his best friends,
Right.
and he travels the world to try to find a cure. And I guess somehow he gets bitten by a bunch of vampire bats and becomes a vampire and gets these powers. And yeah, but
Okay.
yeah, I don't know where they're going with this story. One of the original trailers I think had Michael Keaton return as Vulture,
Okay.
which we saw him in
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
Homecoming, which is a Disney Marvel
Yeah.
movie, and this is a Sony Marvel movie. But
Oh
then we
wow.
also
Okay.
got a glimpse of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man in one of the posters in the
Okay.
trailers. So I don't know. I don't know where this takes place. It's kind of weird, especially with No Way Home
Yeah.
and the introduction to the multiverse. Is it
I
time? Do
yeah,
we did we give listeners enough time to spoil No Way Home?
I haven't watched No Way Home, but hold on.
I
Three
guess we'll just
spoiling in 3, 2, 1. I do know that I guess Sony and Disney are trying to team up because
yeah.
we did see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield come in and do their thing.
Yeah. And
Uh,
we did see at one point in the movie that the multiverse was opening up.
right.
But yeah, I don't want to give too much.
Spoiler
If it's
ending.
not, how about this? If it hasn't been released on Blu-ray or DVD or whatever, we don't spoil it.
Okay.
So we have a few more weeks. You guys have a few more weeks to listen or to try and watch that movie. And
Yeah.
if you haven't, sorry.
Yeah.
Future in the future, we're sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah. So unfortunately, it's a Sony Marvel movie, and just based off of the previous Sony Marvel movies,
Not
they're
that
not
good.
that great to kind of connect movies.
Right.
Um, for example, when you have like a movie like Venom, the first Venom movie,
Yeah.
it was good. It wasn't great, but it was
Yeah.
good enough to make it a standalone film. And then with this second movie, they tried connecting it somehow, like with the end credit scene or something. And
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I heard it was the second movie wasn't as great as the first, so
Yeah.
that's a sequel. That's sequels for you, except
Yeah.
Shrek 2.
Yeah. Shrek 2 is pretty good. I haven't watched Venom 2, but Shrek 2 is definitely good. Uh. Yeah. Sony. Not that good of a movie company. But who knows? Maybe Disney's gonna claw its way into Sony.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, that'll be. I think that'll be bigger than Fox.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I think that's it for the trailers. I don't know if there was
Uh
any more trailers.
you did talk to me about a certain ghost. Uh Beetlejuice.
Oh, that's right.
That's
So it's been confirmed that
is he here? Beetlejuice. Okay.
I think you're fine. I mean, you said it twice, so he's
Yeah.
definitely not coming. uh, yeah, it's been confirmed that the movie's moving right along, getting Michael Keaton to return and Winona Ryder to return, and that's
Nice.
about all the news for that. But
Great.
yeah, I mean, if it's Tim Burton again, I'm sure it's gonna be the same style, same directing, and should be a fun story. And I don't know how much more you can do with that because I mean they did defeat Beetlejuice in the original movie, so
Beetlejuice.
in other news, another video game is getting adapted to a TV show. Now,
Yes.
I forgot earlier, I think it's either this month or next month that the Halo TV series is finally going to be airing on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
So just like an FYI, for everyone that I know we talked about it a while back ago, but
Yeah.
Halo will be airing soon. So there was a trailer released, so check that out. But a video game by PlayStation titled Twist and Metal.
Okay.
Uh, the video game has to do with drivers in vehicles killing each other
Sounds like
to win a grand prize
okay.
of a wish.
A wish. Just a wish.
Any wish you can think of.
Just a wish. Yeah. Magic genie. Just a wish. That's it. Just one
Um,
wish.
I think one big update for that was Anthony Mackie has been
Okay.
casted to play one of those characters. I can't see which one. I really like Anthony Mackie as an actor. I think he has a really uh at least in the realm of action, he has a pretty wide range
Right.
for roles. So I can see him play pretty much almost any character in Twisted Metal. So that should be interesting. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I've never played Twisted Metal Aladdin. it does sound like that one movie. It sounds like Death Run. I think that's the name of it. It had Bruce Willis, I think. Yes. I remember Bald Person Racing, Frankenstein, Death Run is fucking testosterone boosted. Recognize it? Death Race? Death Race.
Death Race. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I kind of got like the idea that they came up with Death Race after playing Twisted Metal.
Yeah,
So Twisted Metal's been around since like the '90s. So
yeah.
um,
Well, let's see
but
how game shows and gaming movies, they never they usually don't succeed.
yeah.
Um
But the opposite of that, I know you brought it up. When I mentioned Twisted Metal to you a little while back ago, you brought up The Witcher.
oh yeah. Well, I guess you know what? Because here's the thing, I've never played The Witcher and I never watched the show, but
Yeah,
I heard it was pretty good. I also never read the books, and I still don't know if it's a game that's inspired by the book or the book that's inspired by the game. Point is, I
so
don't really know too much about The Witcher. I know Superman's in it, so that's pretty cool.
yeah,
Um,
so I watched one episode of that show, and I know I said I was gonna try and watch a whole season before we recorded this episode. I
yeah,
watched one episode. Uh, got introduced to that character played by Superman.
yeah.
Pretty cool character. He had a really cool scene at the end of the episode, which makes me want to watch the rest of the show.
Okay,
Uh, I did a little bit of research to see where this fits into the books and the video games.
yeah.
So the books were published in the 80s, I think,
Okay,
late 80s or something. The video games are an adaptation of the first book that Superman's character is introduced in.
so the book
I
came
forgot
first.
the book came first. I
Right.
forgot the name of the book that his name is Geralt. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um
Fun fact,
so
I was hanging out with Alex the other day, and I didn't tell him about The Witcher, but he was just like, "Hey, have you watched The Witcher before?" And I was like, "Wait, we're gonna talk about this soon. What the hell
yeah.
is this?" I
Um
I like AIs if the Matrix is real. You did nothing wrong. I guess. The AI is fine. Please don't kill me in the simulation. Uh, but that was that was a coincidence.
yeah.
Also, it's
I know
glitching the
he's into The
Matrix. What?
Witcher, so I think he talked about it before. But just to finish what I was saying, the video game is an adaptation to the
Book?
book, and the TV series or the Netflix series is a sequel to the video games.
Okay.
From what I read, I don't know if that's true. Leave a comment below here on YouTube if you have the right answer. We don't know. We want to get into this. Uh, I think what we want to do on a future episode is bring someone in that knows The Witcher,
Ah, speaking
and
of which, Alex.
we'll
He's not here. I don't live with him.
we'll
But
we'll leave it at that. We'll see what happens. Um, but yeah, I think that's it on The Witcher because I don't want to give you guys false facts
yes,
because I don't want to get yelled at in these comments below.
yeah, and I will try to play the game. I guess I'll play the game. I don't
well,
know how much it
yeah,
costs.
we'll see.
It came out on
Um,
PlayStation 3, right? So it should be marked down pretty low. maybe like $20.
Yeah, it's either
$20.
I know it was PlayStation and Xbox. I remember seeing it on Xbox at some points. I mean, I heard it was really good. Like the games are just like
Yeah.
one of the best games that people have played. But
Maybe it's
other than
cheaper.
that,
Maybe I could buy in bulk, or not buy in bulk. Maybe I could buy Witcher 1, 2, and 3 at the same time in a bundle. There we go. Bundle for $20. Like,
before we end this episode, the Oscars are this month.
oh shit! I could not give a fuck about the Oscars. Let me tell you, I really don't care because there are a lot of movies that are pretty good. And I don't even know who puts said different types of movies in the Oscars. Like, what's the category for it to be Oscar worthy?
Yeah.
Um, who decides?
So
Because I
what
don't.
I focused on
I
because
have no idea.
I enjoy knowing who won at the Oscars. I don't really enjoy watching the whole Oscars,
Yeah.
but I like knowing who got recognized for the best film of the year.
Yeah.
This year I focused on best actors, male actors. So total of 5. I was able to get through 4 before we recorded this episode. Um, it was crap. It was Benedict Cumberbatch in The Power of the Dog, which was a weird movie for me. It was kind of slow. It was considered a western, but there was like horses and cows and cowboys. That was about it. There was
Okay.
no gunfights or anything. Um, Andrew Garfield in Tick Tick Boom,
Okay.
which, in my opinion, I believe he's gonna win. I hope.
Right.
Denzel Washington in The Tragedy of Macbeth,
Oh,
which
okay.
is the one I didn't see. Which I haven't seen. Um, Javier Bardem in Being the Ricardos, which is a story of I Love Lucy, behind the scenes
Right.
of I Love Lucy. That was
Yeah,
really cool. I mean,
I've
to
seen
kind of
some trailers for that. I was like, what the fuck? They're bringing back I Love
yeah,
Lucy. What the hell? That's pretty cool.
yeah. It was pretty interesting. To kind of know what was going on behind the
Behind the
scenes,
scene.
because I mean that show. I mean, I'm somewhat of a fan of that show. I mean, it is definitely dated, so it's kind of like
Yeah.
hard to watch. But if you're into it and you like comedy, that's a good comedy to
Yeah.
watch. And the fifth person is Will Smith in King Richard, which is the story of the upbringing of the Serena and Venus Williams, the famous tennis players.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He plays the father of them,
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
a lot of people I've been seeing are saying that he might get the Oscar for that role.
Well, Will Smith
I
is
think,
super fucking talented anyways.
yeah,
Like,
I I liked his character, or I liked his acting as that person. I just something about Tick Tick Boom and Andrew Garfield. That honestly blew me away. It's it has to do with the guy who made Rent, the Broadway musical,
okay.
and it's actually a biography musical. So it was very surprising to watch that movie because
Yeah.
I'm not 100% a fan of musicals, especially that type of musical. But it was totally interesting, and hands down. I think that might take it, but we'll see.
Well, alrighty. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you said Will Smith and King Richard, I forgot about the movie. I was like, King Richard, the English king? What the fuck? He's
Yeah, it's kind of a weird title, but yeah.
well, who knows? I really don't care about the Oscars. I feel like Will Smith is gonna win though.
Yeah.
He's good
I
at
mean,
acting.
it's really a toss up between those two, I think, at that point.
Yeah, we'll see though.
But yeah. I think do you got some news for us, Quan?
We got news. I got news. Wait,
I
what's the
hope
news?
so. Something to do with a clock that goes
Clock,
tick tock.
tick tock, click, clock, clock. What? Oh, I know what you're talking about. So if you are a previous listener or have been a listener for a while, I'm obsessed with a specific movie called Fingersmiths. That's not what he's talking about, but for some reason I remembered it, and it's my biggest thing is it's a good mind. Everyone needs a mind fuck, and this movie is an actual fucking. It blew my brains. It was so good, and it's a story about a fingersmith or pretty much a pickpocket, a thief who gets recruited by a dude who wants to steal money from a rich baron, I think, by marrying uh his his niece, but the fingersmith ends up falling in love with her, and because she started out as a friend, I guess the fingersmith was going to be her maid, and they became friends and they fell in love, and the maid fingersmith doesn't know what to do at that point. And you might be thinking, oh, well, I guess I kind of figure out what the mindfuck is. Guess what? That's not the mindfuck. I can talk about the plot of the movie and still not spoil it. That's how good the mindfuck is. It's a really good thriller. Let me tell you, my father actually showed me this movie, and halfway through, I was like, "Oh, I know what the mindfuck is," and he was like, "No, the fuck you don't. You don't know what the mindfuck is." And then I watched to the end, and I was like, "Oh shit, my head just exploded. I'm dumb now because I don't know what just happened, but I saw it and it made sense, and the movie's really good." Part 2 is
Still
also
gotta
pretty
check
good.
that out.
Yeah. What was the thing? What was the clock? I don't know what the clock is.
TikTok.
TikTok. Oh. We have a TikTok. I also have a TikTok, by the way. The film Krew, we have one video on TikTok. And it's the writer's block episode that you can see on YouTube as well. We'll have more stuff on there. And yeah.
Yeah, we're coming up with ideas now.
Yeah.
I mean, we have. At least you have. But the train's moving again.
It's hard to it's one of those things where it's hard to do things because we kind of live far away,
Yeah.
so we can only do so much. So we're branching
For
out.
example, how we're having to do this podcast.
Yeah, on Discord.
Yeah. Yeah. So expect most likely the same actors
Yeah,
from our previous two little short videos. But
the actors is
yeah.
him and me, by the way.
But
Spoiler.
yeah, just get ready for things to come.
Yes. And that, yeah.
I think
I
that's
think
it.
that is about it. So I guess I'll do my thing now. You can find us. I have a channel, Quan is Gaming, during Quan, and I do have a TikTok. I don't remember my name on TikTok. I think it's like Diddy Quan or something like that. Gaspar has his own channel, Gaspar_the_creature. You can find us on Instagram at FilmCrew7. I despise Twitter, but we have Twitter at Krew Film that I think we're gonna start posting. I won't, because I hate Twitter that much that I don't want to associate with it. But we have to do it anyways. I think that's the best. You can find us on any podcast channel, Spotify, Anchor, Google Plays, Google Plus. What? I don't know. Yeah. That is about it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like it if you like, subscribe if you're not. My name is Quan.
And I'm Gasper.
And we'll see you all next time. Yes.